I wonder if something happened. This is...
Yeah.
Hmm?
What?
Shion. Why do you keep people at arm's length? You're always trying to wave it off whenever someone's nice to you. Like with Tilsa just now. Why couldn't you just accept her gratitude?
Our interests just happen to overlap. I don't want people thinking I'm doing things to be nice when in reality they benefit both of us. All I care about is that we hurry up and defeat the Lords.
See, that's what I mean. You want to defeat the Lords. I may have been skeptical at first, but now I really believe you meant it. Yet despite that, you still took the time to help out those injured Danons, didn't you?
I did it because it was necessary and I got roped into helping out.
Is that the same reason you helped that kid in Balsiv's castle? Because it sure didn't look that way to me. You've helped me too. Not just with my injuries, but by being there for me as well. Even though I can't feel pain, the injuries I get from using the blazing sword could probably kill me. That thought alone should be terrifying. But I know you'll always be there by my side, ready to heal me. It's because of you that I can wield the blazing sword.
Don't just close in on me like that! If you get any closer, you're going to set off my thorns, you know.
I was just trying to compliment you.
You were? What now?
Shion, your thorns! It's okay. I'll stop talking about it.
You will?
In any case, I'm just glad that you're the one who ended up with the Master Core. Thank you, Shion, for everything. Now let's go check out those gates of fire.
Really? I swear. You're bad for the heart.
Everyone's smiling and laughing. It's finally sinking in that we won. If you hadn't healed me back there...
Yes.
Nice. Got it.
Yes. Yes.
What? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
What?
I'm not so sure.
Right. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads. This should definitely keep you guys full.
Okay, off we go.
Way.
Sonic thrust! I'm not done!
Steering flame!
You're on!
Reload!
It's over!
Magna ray!
It's on!
Back into the fray!
No escape! Slash!
Take it!
Mirage!
Looks like it could be worth something.
Okay, off we go.
Right, here goes! Right!
Steering flame! Reload!
Mirage!
Here I go! You're mine!
Here I go!
This is it! I'm all stopped up!
You're mine!
This could be useful.
Get lost!
Rising Wyvern!
Steering
You're on!
flame! Reload!
Here I come! You're finished!
And again!
Rising Wyvern!
I don't see any soldiers or their pet Zoogles. Just strays roaming around.
They must have split once Balsef kicked the bucket and they had nobody left to obey. Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Get lost!
Rising Wyvern! You're on!
flame!
You're
Reload!
mine!
Sighted!
I'm not
Only
done!
getting started! This one's mine!
Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content. Barely a blip on our radar.
No choice.
Here I go! I'm on
Here I come!
Magna ray!
Mirage!
Searing flame! Reload! Searing flame! Reload! I'm out of
It's
ammo!
over! We're in good form!
Not this way, I guess.
An opponent like this should be easy. Come one, come all! Mirage! It's over!
Magna
You're
ray!
mine! Great! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less
I'm only
talking,
getting
more
started.
pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content. Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. Wyvern! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. We're in good form. No choice. Rising Wyvern!
One more!
Ah!
Mega
Take
Ray!
this! You're finished!
Psychic!
Mirage!
I'm only getting
Here I
started!
come! Ah! Rising Wyvern! Great!
Get lost!
Rising Wyvern!
Got
Mirage! Here I
Mega
come!
Ray!
You're finished! Here I
There!
come!
One, come on! I'll blow you to
Take this!
smithereens!
Take
Reload!
this!
Here's a
Rising
healing wand
Wyvern!
and ready!
Mirage!
Here I go! It's
You're
over!
mine! You're finished! Nicely done, Xion.
You're flat.
Yeah. You got it. We're in good form.
I won't forgive you!
Rising Wyvern! This
Where
one's
are you
all mine.
going? Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes
One
off the
more.
prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought. That monster that appeared from the spirit vessel, and the power inside the blazing sword, they're both born of the same thing. It's all astral energy harvested from the souls of dying Danans.
I suppose so.
And it was the Danans who gave their lives for today. Their power, after all this time, is what finally destroyed Balsif and his wall. By the way, what happened to all the energy that we released?
It's dispersing and spreading across Dana as we speak, finding its way back to where it belongs.
And all the energy the Renans have harvested? Where does that go? Once Sovereign's decided, I mean. I wager they don't give it back, right? What? Can't tell the Dan in that? Or about why you want to kill all the lords?
Oh, like you don't have anything to hide? The blazing sword. It's powered by the burning astral energy of the Master Core I possess. So why don't you explain how it manifested into the shape of that beast, Just how did you manage that?
How am I supposed to know? My memory's a complete blank, remember? Fine, be that way. It's not like we ever trusted each other any... She's still not awake?
Not yet. Her injuries aren't serious, but she's severely weakened. Must have been quite a fight.
There's nothing we can give her?
If only. What with the beatings we've taken lately, we're barely getting by on the little provisions we have as it is.
That bad, huh? If there are no supplies here, then... That's it. We need Doc.
Doc? The same Doc that took care of you?
Yeah, he's back in Mosgul. If anyone can help us, it's him.
In that case, would you mind asking for us? I'd go myself, but I'm tied up here for now.
Not a problem. Leave it to me. I wonder what that girl's deal is. Never imagined anyone would ever come from outside the walls of Calaglia.
It's really not that big of a deal. There are more realms out there than just Calaglia, you know.
Maybe it sounds normal to you, but I've been behind those walls for as long as I can remember. Of course I knew there was more out there, but it sure didn't feel like it when unscalable walls are trapping you in.
I hate to burst your bubble, but the rest of Dana isn't much better. The world's full of lords who are just as bad as Balsef.
I know. That girl must have had her reasons for coming over to our territory. Even so, it's nice to see there really is life beyond the walls of Calaglia. It might not mean much to you, but that's reason enough for me to be happy. Okay, off we go.
Okay. Off we go.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Huh? Here I come! Damn it! Take this! Rising Wyvern! This could be useful. Gotta break through! Rising Wyvern! Ignite! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
You cut them apart to your heart's content.
Swallow blade!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. No choice. Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Flame, reload!
It's over!
Searing flame, reload!
Strike!
I'm out! I'm all stuffed up!
Rising Wyvern!
reload!
Mirage!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Get lost!
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Flame, reload! Searing flame, reload! I'm out! Watch and sweep! Searing flame, reload! Let the marksman handle
Rising
this!
Wyvern! Now,
Go.
while it's reeling!
Take it down! I know fine weapon material when I see it. Get lost!
Rising
I
Wyvern!
never miss! Who wants to die
This
next?
one's all mine! We turned the tables on it!
There are still more left.
Right! No time to hold back!
Here I go.
Rising Wyvern! Slash! That's what I like to hear.
Hey, didn't we find a recipe?
Yeah, we can use this for it. Let's dispose of the trash.
Rising Wyvern! Come one, come all! It's over! You're mine! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling. That's what I like to hear. Right, here goes!
Primed and ready.
Mirage! Here I come! You're finished!
I'm only
Rising Wyvern! Strike! Take this! Together, that wasn't even a problem. opponent like this should be easy.
Searing
Rising
flame,
Wiper!
reload!
Mirage! You're
Mega
mine!
ray!
It's
Searing
over!
flame, reload!
You're mine!
It's
Swallow
weakened!
blade! This ends now! Great!
Out of our way!
Rising Wiper! Mirage! We turned the tables on him.
There are
Eat
still
dirt!
more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
Mega ray!
Slash! Swallow blade!
Searing
It got
flame,
fired!
reload! I've got this!
All yours! We're in good form!
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Yes!
How's this?
Very nice. Yes!
Sure.
So, different materials produce different weapons, each with their own respective properties.
We should probably move on.
Come to think of it, what's my sword made of? What material would it make sense with? Claws? Fangs?
In one ear and out the other.
Okay, off we go.
I hate camping out.
No choice!
Take it!
Rising Wiper! Mirage! Try harder! Swallow blade!
Here I go!
Rising Wiper! Swallow blade! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Barely a blip on our radar.
choice. You're mine!
I'm
Rising
only
Wyvern!
getting started.
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Flame, reload!
Blue
I'm
escape!
only getting started.
Rising Wyvern! This could be useful.
We've reached our destination.
It's so quiet. From now on, no one is going to be whipped or killed here ever again. Hey there, Doc.
Who are you?
It's me, Iron Mask. Though these days I go by Alphen. I finally remembered my name.
Alphen? I heard that was the guy who brought down Balsef. Wait, you're telling me you're the liberator of Calaglia? Our own Iron Mask? Of all the people.
I told you, I'm Alphen now. And I didn't overthrow Balsef alone.
Even so, that's no small feat you've accomplished. And you managed to get your face back, too. That woman with you, the Renin?
You know about her?
Only what I've heard from rumors. I wasn't sure I believed it, but now I suppose I must.
Doc, she...
Thank you.
You sure you should be saying that to a Renin?
I'm not saying it to any old Renin. I'm saying it to you, young lady.
I only helped because it was in my interests as well.
Of course, I would imagine as much. But that doesn't change the end result. The two of you defeated Balsef, and now all of us are free. That is a fact.
Thanks, Doc.
I should be the one thanking you. I'll never be able to repay what you two have done. Anyway, I'm guessing you didn't come here just to catch up.
Right. We need your advice. We found a girl who's collapsed from exhaustion, and she needs medicine. Do you know anything that could help?
If she's that weak, she may need a nutritional boost. The herbs I have here won't be enough. Oh, have you tried searching Kirt Garrison?
No. We passed it on our way here, but
With all the Renan soldiers gone, that place should be empty now. If we're lucky, maybe they left something you can use.
good idea. We'll take a look. Kirt Garrison. If I'm not mistaken, that's located off to the side of the railroad tracks.
Wherever it is, just make it quick. There's no point in reading it unless you plan on making it. You look happy.
Do I? I guess I am. Getting thanked for everything by someone I actually know? It made it really hit home that we made a difference.
That guy's a strange one, though.
Doc? I don't think he's that odd.
He is, though. He thanked me, a Renan, for helping, despite everything my people have put him through over the years. He's free now. He doesn't have to act nice around my kind.
He's not acting. He means it. And like he said before, he was thanking you as an individual, Shion, not just some Renan.
That's what makes it so strange.
Would you have preferred he yelled and threw rocks at you?
I'm not saying that, it's just...
Okay, off we go.
I won't forgive you!
You're mine! Strike! Swallow blade!
One's mine.
Rising wyvern!
Reload!
Strike! Together, that wasn't even a problem. No choice. Here I come!
Mega Ray!
Swallow Blade!
Flame!
Strike!
Reload! Here I go! Watch and weep!
You're mine!
Looks like it could be worth something.
Lost!
You're mine! I'm not done!
Mega Ray! Searing
Take
Flame!
this!
Reload!
Great! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content. Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Forgive you!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Reload!
Mirage! Ah!
Back into the fray!
This one's all mine!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Mine! Rising Wyvern!
Reload!
Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content. Let's keep our eyes on the prize. I won't forgive you!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Where are you going?
Swallow Blade! Strike!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Ah!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. I won't forgive you!
Strike! It's over!
Searing Flame! Reload!
No escape! Ah!
You're mine!
Swallow Blade!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Here I
I'm
come!
out of ammo!
Barely a blip on our radar.
There.
Get lost!
I'm not done! You're finished! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! It's over!
Mega Ray!
Here I come! Swallow Blade! We managed to pull through.
You think it might be useful? We should try it and see how it turns out.
Get lost!
You're mine! Crush! Swallow blade! Swallow blade! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummel.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
This could be useful.
Way.
Here I come! Slash!
Here's a healing art.
Here I come!
Lightning!
You're finished! Slash!
Searing
Swallow
flame!
blade!
Reload!
Rising
Searing
wyvern!
flame!
You're
Reload!
on! Take this! We're in good form!
Let's dispose of the
Take
trash.
this one's all mine!
Magna Ray!
Slash! Take this! It's over! You're mine! It's over! This could be useful.
Think this is it?
How would I know?
It matches the description we were given, at least. No use standing around here hemming and hawing. Let's take it back and see.
I hope you're right. There's no way I'm coming all the way back here.
Just to be safe, I think before we head back to Ulzebek, we should maybe have Doc double-check this is the right stuff.
All right, but let's make it quick.
Through! Here I come!
Here I go! It's
You're
over.
finished! Rising wyvern!
Do
No
it.
escape!
How's this?
You're mine! Slash! It's over!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Did you find anything useful?
We think this might work, but we wanted you to take a look at it first.
Let's see. Ah, this stuff. Yes.
Right, then we'll do that.
Say Iron Mask. No, sorry. It's Alphen now, right? Are you and that young woman planning to stick together moving forward?
Yeah, I think so.
I see. You know, I think things just might be starting to change.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure of that myself, but I feel like after being stalled for a long time, the gears of progress are finally starting to turn again. I imagine people are going to have things to say about the two of you, but you simply keep doing what you feel is right. If you ever get tired and need to rest, feel free to come back here. Until
Thanks, Doc. Okay, off we go.
An opponent like this should be easy. Rising
Only getting
Wyvern!
started.
Mirage! Come one, come on! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right, no time to hold back. It's over!
Looks like it could be worth something. won't forgive you!
You're mine! It's over!
Searing Flame! Mega Ray!
Mirage!
Searing Flame!
Here I
Reload!
come!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Is this what you asked for?
Perfect. That'll do nicely. I had a feeling you'd come through for us. With this, the little one should be right as rain in no time.
I can't believe it. Not often we get visitors from Cyslodia around here.
Cyslodia?
Calaglia's neighbor. One of the 5 realms. What with that wall in the way, I guess it's not surprising. But I've never actually met someone from the outside world before.
Up till now, the only time the gates ever opened was to let Renan convoy units in and out.
No one ever thought to stow away and hitch a ride out?
This place might be a living hell, but when next door is a living hell too, you start thinking it doesn't matter much one way or the other.
So you're Rinwell, and you're with the Cyslodian resistance known as the Silver Swords. Your organization sent a group of you to establish contact, but you're the only one who made it through. That sound about right?
Lately, our people's oppression has become more and more severe. When we heard rumors that you had staged a successful rebellion in Calaglia, we hoped that maybe you could help us.
News sure gets around quickly, huh?
If you ask me, it's awfully convenient she just happened to show up now. Certainly raises a lot of red flags.
Please, I swear it's true. My people are dying. I risked my life trying to get here so I could find help.
It's okay. You did well. We'll take it from here.
Hold on, Zephyr. You're not really thinking...
We'll join her. Alphen, start getting ready. I let you use the blazing sword, and we worked together to overthrow the lords. That was the deal, remember?
Wait, is that a Renan? What is this?
Take it easy. It's complicated, but she's on our side. She helped to find some medicine for you.
She did? But no, she's a... I can't believe it.
The Renans from other realms could attack at any time.
That's for you all to worry about. I've got bigger fish to fry.
That sword of Alphen's is our best weapon. We can't just go lending him to other lands.
Even if you keep him here, the blade's as good as useless without me on board.
And what makes you think I can't persuade you, Bright Eyes?
What makes you think you can? Last I checked, you couldn't even touch me.
Enough! Alphen, what do you want to do?
I know all too well the hardships the slaves of this realm had to endure. That's why I took up the sword. To help them. If Danans are being oppressed in other realms, then I have to help them too.
Nath has a point. We can't discount the possibility of further attacks, but now our struggle has grown. It's become much larger than just liberating the people of Calaglia.
We can't be in 2 places at once, Zephyr.
True, which means we're limited in our options. We play this the same way we did with Balsef.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You and me both, but it's too late for regrets.
Geez, really? You don't say.
So, you're really going, huh? Just the four of you?
Afraid so. Look after the place while we're away.
Always the smooth talker. We'll do what we can to hold down the fort.
We've got the Renans to keep us busy.
Good luck. Just remember.
Yeah, don't go killing anyone without good reason, I get it. I'm not about to repeat what they did.
Let's move, people.
Do you think we'll really be able to wipe the Renans off the face of Dana?
Who said anything about doing that?
But we have to in order to survive. Don't we?
Now that you have the blazing sword, and have shown that we really can win this fight, do you really think we should go around killing every last Renan?
But what else are we supposed to do?
Say we go around killing Renans, so they don't kill us first. In turn, that'll just make more and more of them want to kill us. Where does it end once you enter such a vicious cycle?
Is that why you told Grenar not to kill any Renans without a good reason?
I'm not saying we should forgive and forget what they've done to us, but we can't let ourselves be dragged down by our own hatred either. Hatred comes in many forms. There's no one solution that will work in every situation. We have to keep searching for new ones if we're going to survive. It's a lifelong journey, finding the answers. That goes for you too. You have to come up with your own answers.
Hey, Zephyr. Why do you keep fighting?
What do you mean?
Until I met you and the Crimson Crows, all the Danans I ever knew just accepted their lot in life as slaves. Hell, even I was like that. But all of you in the Resistance are different. Even when you have no hope of winning, you keep on fighting. Why is that?
Come on, that's an easy one. I just refuse to live life as a slave, that's all.
Better to die fighting for freedom than to live as a slave, huh?
Let me ask you a question, Alphen. What does it mean to you to not be a slave any longer?
I guess it means living a life not being ruled by the Renans, right?
But what about the Danans who died standing up to the Renans? Are they still slaves? Would they be truly free if all they did was follow my orders and die without knowing what it was they were doing?
But that's...
Being a slave isn't just a position. It's also a state of mind. Don't become my slave, Alphen. Normally I don't pick on the weak. Don't go charging off like that.
Slash! Strike! Burn!
Guess we gotta roll with it.
Slash!
Everything's coming up, Zephyr.
What's that over there? Some kind of castle?
Yeah, one that belongs to a different lord than Balsef.
Right, that makes sense. You said there were 5 of them in all, right?
Right. We've still got a lot of work ahead of us.
Guess I misread the landing.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah, good idea. Rinwell, right? It's nice to meet you. Does that little white animal follow you everywhere?
He's not a little white animal. His name's Hoodle, and he's a baby owl. And he's the only friend I have.
I'll take you all on!
You're mine!
You're surrounded! Great! On to the next!
Roger that.
Show me what you can do, kiddo!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Pathetic!
Let's dispose of the
You're
trash.
mine! Slash!
Searing flame!
Here I come!
Searing flame!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Another notch in the old belt.
Keep them coming.
You like that taste of freedom, kid?
I think I could get used to it.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Flame! Mirage! Come one, come all! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart for your heart. Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
What's got you so worked up, Hoodle? Is that?
Watch out! They know we're here!
Flying Zoogles, huh? This is going to get interesting.
They're nothing I haven't seen before.
Shion!
I'll shoot them down, you finish them off. Got it? Knock a flying enemy out of the sky, and it's as good as done.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
One final push!
Right!
Give them all we got!
What was it those Zoogles were attacking just now? What's that?
What?
It's nothing.
I only helped because it was convenient. We couldn't have moved forward without clearing out those Zoogles. I don't know what's got you ticked off at me this time, but I suggest you keep your hands away from me.
No one asked you to help.
Rinwell, she healed its wounds. She's not trying to hurt it.
How can you be so...
They look like they're talking to each other.
He's probably happy to see another owl. I don't think Hoodle's ever met one before. He might have been wondering if he was the only one. Oh! You just barely got to say hi.
At least we know it's out there. I'm sure we'll run into it again somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Right, Hoodle?
We're in good form!
I hate camping out.
What are you staring for?
Do all Danon fighters look like you?
What, this getup? I pulled this number together from scrap and parts I salvaged throughout the years. Though now I'm feeling self-conscious, seeing how put together you seem to be.
Oh no, I was just curious. Did you fortify your right side more because that's your dominant side?
Partly, but mostly because my body's a little worse for wear after all these years fighting.
That makes sense.
So you take extra care to protect your dominant side with more armor. Smart.
Is fighting all you think about?
I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.